I gave birth to premature twins. They were 20, I had them at 29 weeks. They weighed in at £2.10 and £3.2. It was very traumatic. Very quickly, I had to have emergency cesarean. I was 24 years old and it all happened so quickly. Just had a pain in my stomach, was rushed to hospital, and I had to have an emergency cesarean. It was a Sunday afternoon, didn't really know what was happening. It was all very, very scary, really upsetting. Didn't know if they were going to live or die. They did have like an 80% chance of survival, which was good. I just had to sign myself over to the surgeons, sign a bit of paper. I remember their dad getting all gowned up in surgery stuff, and we had to be in the operating table. I had to sign a form to say just do whatever, just to make sure that they survive, basically. And it all happened so quickly. It was very upsetting. I didn't know what was going on. I had no feeling or anything. I just couldn't feel my body or nothing. And then a little while later, they pulled one out, which was Jessica, and she was really, really tiny. She looked like a really undeveloped little baby, which is what she was. It just didn't look real. And I didn't know about the second one at the time, and they showed me Jessica, and they said, I just said to them, just look after her, and then they took her away. And then it was a little bit like a while later, and I remember looking above, like into the corner, and they'd picked the other one out, and it was Carly, and there was all these doctors around her trying to get her breathing, trying to get her to survive, I guess. And they didn't really say too much. I didn't know if she was alive or not, and she had to be ventilated. And it was really, really upsetting because I didn't know if she was going to, they took Jess away. I didn't know what was happening. People were trying to tell me what was happening, but it was just really scary. They were both in incubators. They were in incubators for 6 weeks in total. Carly, I can just describe, they didn't have any clothes on. They just had like these little baby dolly clothes, which had Velcro to the tops and bottoms, because they had tubes and wires going inside them, inside obviously into their veins, which went inside their hearts. They had tubes and machines all on them. Carly's face was all with a great big like ventilating machine, like when someone needs oxygen, which was like basically stuck to her nose and stuck to her mouth and all the way down her throat. And she was ventilated for a couple of days like that, so you couldn't touch her. Her eyes were obviously shut, and it was touch and go for a while there. It was really, really sad, really, really upsetting. And I sat there between two incubators. It's really upsetting talking about it now, actually. And it's really, really sad, because you sit there and you just will that your babies are going to make it.